We continue our coverage now on a former Syracuse family court judge accused of sexual abuse going back decades with his then 5-year-old deaf niece. We'll get new perspective on this, on the topic of child sexual abuse. Carrie Raycion is the community outreach coordinator with the McMahon Child Advocacy Center in Syracuse. Thanks for coming in.
It's always a pleasure.
It's always a difficult topic when we have you folks in here from McMahon. From the agency's perspective, give me when this story broke, the mood in the place today was what?
Well, I think the mood in the place was obviously surprise. We were surprised about this, but also just really supportive of the now adult survivor, Miss Warner, that she has the courage to come out and to make this known and to speak about what happened to her and to protect the public in this very public and probably very difficult way for her.
What do you think it says about her, and what do you think it might say to other people who have suffered abuse at either the hands of a relative, the hands of an adult perpetrator, that she is coming tomorrow to stand in front of cameras, in front of reporters, and share her story with perfect strangers out there in central New York who not only didn't know the judge, but certainly don't know her? What does that say?
I think it says a lot of things. I think one thing it says is that she is very brave, clearly. But I think the other thing it says is that you can survive and overcome child sexual abuse, and that with proper support and proper intervention and services like Vera House and McMahon, healing can happen. And that it's just very important that we as a community support her and believe her and stand behind her.
It's another high-profile case of an allegation against someone in power. That's sort of how these things go, is it not?
Well, I guess I don't quite understand your question, but yes, often the person who is an abuser,
the perpetrator, someone who is in a position of power over the youngster.
Absolutely, but it doesn't have to be a position of public power. Power can be defined in any type of relationship. It can be a parent, it can be a babysitter, a coach, anyone. And so it need not be a public official, but that presence of power and an off-centered power dynamic is certainly present in abuse cases.
Carrie, there are at this point no other alleged victims that have come forward. So at this point, from our reporting, we're to believe that this abuse happened once, 40 years ago. From your knowledge and from the McMahon Child Advocacy Center's perspective, is it common for a perpetrator of sexual abuse to engage once and then never again?
Well, that's difficult to say. We unfortunately just don't know a lot about sexual abuse crimes because they're so underreported. I think generally you're right that absolutely these things happen more than one time, and that's why speaking out is so very important, so that that one particular victim can get healing, but so that we can also have prevention in our communities. Of course, I don't know that that is the case with Judge Hedges, but in our experience, yes, it's something that happens repeatedly.
Repeatedly. All right, Carrie Raycion with the McMahon Child Advocacy Center. She is the community outreach coordinator for that group that we always call on when we have difficult topics to discuss. Thank you.
Thanks
so much.